Thank you for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Sunday. And I just had a little pre-scheduled short live regarding Bishop Charles Ellis after Detroit. And as you know, some of you may know that he actually was suspended, not from his church, but from the Pentecostal Assemblies of God. And so that was because of a relationship that happened, I believe he said over 20 years ago, between 15 and 20 years ago, but it was something that was, they believed, already resolved. But a woman went online, she went onto TikTok, and she disclosed that they had been together somewhere between 15 and 20 years. So it was a long-term relationship. I'm just going to share that with you, give a few of my thoughts, and that's going to be the end of this very short just news for this Sunday. This is Bishop Charles Ellis. And if you remember him, he was actually the one that was in a scandal regarding Ariana Grande at Aretha Franklin's funeral. His hand lingered a little long, and then he also kind of touched her in the pulpit. It just looked, the whole thing looked very inappropriate. Welcome into my moderator, Mama Bees, and thank you so much for coming in. And this was a quick live just on the TikTok that a woman who accused Bishop Charles Ellis of being in a relationship with had put out. I went back and that one's actually down. So luckily someone else has saved it. So generally they got to be quicker than that. But I'll just show this and then give a few of my thoughts. And then that will be it for tonight. And watch her demeanor. I thought the whole thing was a little much, just the way she was talking. I hope they didn't take this one down. Let's see.
I'll be careful. You must know them church people don't understand. You know, church people are some of the most religious, despicable people you can find. I'm more about kingdom people. I'm into building the kingdom, and so that's part of why I'm on here. Hopefully there's gonna be some women that we can pray. I can go live and do prayer time. God has made me an intercessor. I'm an alcohol intercessor now. Yeah, if you loved him, why are you outing the relationship? Well, it's not really about an out of the relationship. Though, who print bank statements? You mean, girl? It's 2004. They would send them to your house. You can still get a bank statement if you want one. You do know that, right? Yeah, it's just I finally got the courage to talk about it. Like, it's not like I'm to blame. It do take two to tango, but at the end of the day, he's to blame for his own decisions, and I have to blame for my own decisions. So that's the reason why I can only be responsible for me. This is the wife. No, I don't know. Maybe she does, maybe she don't. Yes, I knew he was married. Yes, I knew he was married. Yes. Just like Bathsheba knew David was married. Read your Bible. Ain't nothing what I'm talking about new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This has happened before. I thought it was cute. I didn't think it was cute. I was happy though at the time until God delivered me out of it. No, I didn't think he would leave his wife. Not necessarily. Not justifying with the old statement. When did it end? It started to die down like around 2000, right around the Ariana Grande case thing is right around that time when that happened. Why supposed to you effed up? Can you tell the story? Bank statements for 05. Can you do a series? Sure. 20 years ago, I kept the bank statements. I got a lot of stuff. Yeah. I got my kids' old drawings from the 3rd grade. I got my son. My son is grown and I have his kindergarten pictures. So yeah, I keep stuff. I need to probably work on that, but yeah, I do. You want him to leave his life, now you mad. No, that's not true. What happened, beloved? What you want to know, Snazzy? Y'all have children together? No children together. No children together. How did it end? God ended it. God ended it. I'm not bitter at all. Let me see what this life say. So bring this up now. You wanted people to reaction to what? It's my testimony. God did a work. Have you received deliverance from? Have you ever been pregnant by him? No. Have you received deliverance from a spirit of Jezebel? Yes, I've been delivered. Lying about what? How long did it last? Off and on for 20 years. Story time in 50 parts. Hurry up. I don't know if I can do that. Using God and Christian is so narcissistic. Yeah, people,
Okay, that's it, y'all. It was a little bit short because this woman was on there. She was talking quite a long time. And then, let me see if my camera's not frozen. Okay, and then it looks like they took it down or something. I'm not sure why. But just the way she was speaking, her whole demeanor, I don't know. Some of these women are slightly shameless now. I don't know what was going on with her. But just the way she was talking, that whole thing was crazy. And she said, did y'all see the part where she said that she's an intercessor in prayer? So she wanted to get some women that she could line up, that she could pray for them. I don't know. If I see that he spoke to his church, he had told the church about it before it became public. And it became public because it looked like the Pentecostal Association that he is one of the lead bishops over either sat him down or suspended him, something like that. But some of these women are something else, y'all. So she just made herself look really ignorant and silly and answering questions and all that sort of thing. And she seemed kind of jokey about it. So I don't know what's wrong with people. But when I saw that, I was kind of surprised at it. But then I remembered he was the same one that put his hand on Ariana Grande during Aretha Franklin's funeral. So I don't know. There's something going on as far as that goes and some of his behavior. But he has the same wife. He has a beautiful wife. I think her name is Chrisette or something like that. But they've been married at least 3 decades. They have children, adult children, of course. Luckily, this woman doesn't have any children with them. But when I was watching it before they took it down, or she took it down over there on TikTok, this woman was putting up bank statements and everything. So that is crazy. And some of these women are just shameless. And I think some type trend has been started where they're no longer ashamed. They're just out in the open with other people's husbands. So I just wanted to show you that quick video before it actually completely gets taken down, because that's not even her page anymore. That is someone else had screen recorded when she did that, and they left it up on TikTok. So I don't know if I'd still be sitting up under a bishop with these kind of allegations against him, even if it was so long ago. I'm sure there were people in the church that knew about it, and he addressed it at the time. And then now that it's public, he's addressed it again, and they've not sat him down in his church, but the Pentecostals have sat him down. So that whole thing is a little bizarre. And that woman answering questions like she's some kind of celebrity, and the people asking her for a multi-part series, and she's thinking about it. I don't understand it. I don't know where the shame went. I'd like us to bring shame back. She's saying they're both to blame. It's true. But I didn't hear him public until she said something. I'm with Mama Bees. I think that is a disgrace. And you don't answer to anybody but God. But I think there's a sense of a deference that people should have for marriage, whether or not there's a problem there or not. I don't like the way this woman was out here on TikTok. Everything doesn't belong on TikTok or social media. So she was over there almost kind of bragging. Oh, yeah, I keep everything. She had statements. Now he has an attorney said they're looking into some type of joint account that they were supposed to have had. But she did have evidence showing that it looks like Bishop Ellis was paying either weekly or monthly deposits into that account for her upkeep. And this went on for almost 20 years until, I don't know if he got tired of her, or she seemed to be kind of annoying, or she wanted more, or what it was. She's saying she didn't want him to leave his wife, but I don't know what was in it for her if he wasn't going to ever leave his wife, and hasn't. He has the same wife. So that whole situation is embarrassing for the both of them, and particularly to her. I'm going to leave this short. I have some other topics, but that I realized I'm actually tomorrow I'm posting a pre-recorded review of Heart and Hustle Houston, I know Sassy is coming on doing her review tonight. So I'm getting ready to lay down, y'all. I'm tired. I had a long day. I'm going to be in the bushes on that one. I'll come in and speak, and I hope everybody joins her over there. The show is pretty good. So we'll get to talk a little bit on that. And then I'll be live in my chat tomorrow when I do that. But again, that's Bishop Charles Ellis. He got sat down at the Pentecostal level, but of course the church is just going to take his side and not really do anything about it. But again, it was so long ago. I don't know what could be done about it now. But I'm glad she took her TikTok down, or someone took it down, even though we can still look at it and see what's up there. I thought the whole thing, she should have a little more humility than she had. So I just wanted to cover that, because I was looking at the news on that, and I was like, oh, that's the same Bishop Ellis with Ariana Grande. So he's always out here doing something. And the man is pushing 70 years old, y'all. So some of them don't ever stop when they have that type behavior. But those of you that were able to stop in during the live, I thank you so much. Just click the like button. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you in the YouTube streets. Join me tomorrow for the pre-recorded Heart and Hustle review for the new show that's on OWN. It comes on Saturday nights. And I hope all of you have a great rest of your night and a wonderful beginning to your week next week. Thank you for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. Goodbye.